it made me think of Dick Gregory.
Oh yeah.
Made me think of Dick Gregory looking at your shirt. And then you mentioned Eddie Murphy a bunch of times. And I was thinking, and I want to know your opinion. Do you think Eddie Murphy's ever going to do another stand-up comedy again? And do you think it's going to be like it used to be? Or you think it's
I
going to be
think
watered down?
if he does, I feel like he'll be himself, but I think it'll be just a little different in terms of like, because the first couple specials he did that were massive,
Mm-hmm.
he was telling his family story.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if he's gonna tell his family story now from his perspective of, I feel like like he can make anything. I mean, the skits that he was on with the SNL, like those are the only, even from back then till the 50 one that they just did recently. Like
Mm-hmm.
he brings a funny out of everything. I love to watch him tell stories. I love um who's another one? I was just watching a video of them, and I was just like, man, I love like T-Pain.
Okay.
The singer T-Pain, like
Okay.
this dude tells like really good, and that's kind of the thing that I want to be able to do is just tell like funny, engaging stories. And I feel like Eddie, with the experience that Eddie Murphy has and his perspective, because I don't feel like he still seems to have all his wits about him, and that same mentality to where I feel like that perspective of his would still. And so I would, to answer the question, I hope that he would. I really hope that he would. I hope that he would just one more. But I mean, he said it himself. Like if he's not feeling it, then I mean, and that's a big deal. Like, and I think
Yeah.
it's also a great thing, though, that he can just pop out every once in a while when he feels like it. That shows the work that he put in and the level of success that he has obtained in that regard, to where it's not like he's out here making himself look crazy because he has to do something because he needs the money, or he just wants to continue the prestige and he's
Yeah.
refusing to pass a torch, or what I mean, anything like that.
Yeah. And in my opinion, I think the torch is already passed.
Oh yeah,
But it's like, come on, Eddie, man. Like, like
one more.
or many more. Because I always feel like, like George Carlin, like kept doing it for like
Yeah,
consistently. And I
exactly.
just think like when you're like, when you have that gift and that talent, it's like share it with us. Don't,
Yeah,
don't,
don't
uh,
hold
don't
on to
keep it
that.
right. Like
Yeah,
share it with us. Like you're giving us these movies, which are, yeah.
right,
But like, I want to hear your truth. I want to hear your story. And
right,
I'm certain there's reasons why, that we don't know why he hasn't
right.
done it. Um,
But then mentioning George Carlin, though,
yeah.
like that was that era of say it how it is,
Mm-hmm.
to whereas now, oh, be careful how you say it, because now everybody else can tell you how it is. And it's like, how do you really, how can you really truly express your honest voice without
Backlash.
the backlash, or even just the that uncomfortability of possibly offending someone. And I guess that's my own way of looking at it, because that's something that I think about. I hear others, I mean, it's obvious to a lot of other comics and people, they're like, I want you to get offended. Like
Mm-hmm.
I want you to be appalled. I want you to I want the shock value as opposed to just the laugh. And I want it to be memorable. I want it to be so crazy and outlandish that you'll be talking about it the next day at work. And I mean, and that's great for them. But just thinking back to, again, those two Eddie Murphy films, The Delirious and Raw, like just the way that he told his stories, that it's like I just know he has something for what's going on right now,
Oh, of course.
So but
Yeah.
those reasons I feel like are probably just that, like the getting canceled thing, or the saying too much, or because it's
Gotcha.
it's levels to it.
Mm-hmm.
And excuse me, I feel like as you get, as you go up more, you exposed to more, you see more, know more, that they probably don't want all of us to know yet, or at all for that matter. And so I feel like you have to tiptoe, and maybe that's the thing, like he doesn't want to have to. Because I mean, imagine Bernie Mac right now doing the comedy special, talking about
Yeah.
like especially when the news about the communities trying to do this with the kids and all this other stuff, and like if he would have had his opinion on that, the trans community, and I mean, like imagine like just the type of backlash that he would receive, because he was like the one of the rawest of the raw in terms of
Yeah.
like saying it how it
There it
is.
is. Yeah. In my opinion, Anthony, I think going to the Eddie Murphy, I think he's rich enough where he shouldn't have to care.
Right,
That's kind of how I look at it, right?
right,
He's got enough money
right,
where it's like he shouldn't care. Because I think a lot of people are scared because they don't have the finances.
Yeah, I can see that.
And my second opinion about people just being vulgar, I realized that when certain female comedians I came across, I'm like, wow, she is
Extra.
like super filthy,
Extra.
like filthy. And then you talk to her off stage and she's like, oh, no. I was
Right.
like, whoa, okay. Then
Or be the first one to get offended if a guy offers to buy her a drink kind of thing.